Hey guys, it's me, Miss P. I'm here to make another art project for you. And this art project is going to be based on the storybook Giraffes Can't Dance. I think that's by Giles Andre. And when I was reading this book, I liked it a lot because I love all the drawings of different animals dancing. And I thought it was funny to think about a giraffe trying to dance. And then I started thinking, if I were a giraffe going to a party, what would I wear? So then I started thinking about formal giraffes, and I thought that we could draw some together. And the good thing is I actually have a trick for drawing giraffes, which I'm going to show to you right now. So here is my trick. I'll show you real quick. We want to make our hands like this, right? It's like a peace sign, sort of. And we get rid of our thumb. So our thumb is not a part of it. And I'm going to trace that the best I can. So you might want to have an adult trace this shape for you if you're having trouble. I'm mostly having trouble because I'm having to draw it on my little whiteboard. So now that I have my tracing, and it was a little tough because I had to draw it by myself, I'd suggest getting an adult to help you do this. But now, I have a nice little shape that I can do. So I'm taking my time getting a nice outline on this. And with this shape, I'm going to draw my giraffe. So last thick line that I'm doing. And my giraffe obviously has a nice long neck, which is a good thing. So I'm first going to go over to the sides and draw some almond shapes. And they can be up or down. These are going to be my giraffe's ears. Then I'm going to draw little balls on top of here. And these are going to be, giraffes have sort of these horns on their head. And that's going to be my giraffe's horns. And then I'm going over here because this created a kind of shape outward. So this is going to be my giraffe's mouth area. So I'm going to draw my giraffe's eyes right here. And some little holes for my giraffe's nose. And then I could draw a mouth, but I could also draw a little giraffe tongue. So I'll just draw a little mouth. So there, I have the basic shape of a giraffe. And what comes next? Well, I was talking about decorating my giraffe for a special celebration. So I can decide if I want my giraffe to be dressed formally for a girl or dressed formally for a boy. So I think I'll make my giraffe a girl, and I'll put a little, I always like drawing a big pearl necklace. Around. And then maybe I'll draw my giraffe with some nice hoop earrings. Right there. And then, I could draw my giraffe with something on her head. It doesn't really matter. It could be whatever you want it to be. But I think next I'm actually going to draw some spots on my giraffe. So let's do that. Where's my cat for this? Right here. So giraffes tend to have brown spots. And you can draw your giraffe with brown spots with a marker. You can use crayons or colored pencil. Sorry, I was off camera for a second. I was just grabbing my markers. So like I said, you can use crayons or a colored pencil or whatever you have to color. I'm going to use some markers and I'm going to draw these big spots on my giraffe. Different size spots. And then I'm going to take a second to color those all in. So I'm going to stop the video and I'll make a quick time lapse of me coloring them in. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so now I have my giraffe all colored in and she's looking pretty cute, but I need to have a background for her, right? So I got this piece of construction paper right here. It's all plain for now. And I'm going to grab some of my oil pastels. And if you have oil pastels, you can use these. If you have crayons, crayons will probably work. Or if you want to do this on just a white sheet of paper, anything will work, anything will show up. But I want to create like a party atmosphere in the background here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw long curvy lines that sort of go across my paper, like streamers might at a party. So I'm drawing these long sort of streamers and I'm going to color them in. Oops. And the neater I color them in, the more time it'll obviously take. So I might do this a little bit fast, but you should take your time. I'm going to do another one up here. Sort of that crosses over. And then maybe I'll take another oil pastel and I'll draw some like loops on these streamers just to make like a decorative, colorful scene, right? So I'm drawing some sort of wave patterns. I'm just making a bright and sort of pretty background that we could use that would suit our giraffe at her party or his party. So I'm drawing these loops on my streamers. I'm trying to make them look nice. And then I would like to add another detail. So let's say maybe that in this last detail, which I can bring up here, we do some lights, some swirls. So I'm going to go from the center and I'll do some yellow swirls. And we can say that's the light sort of reflecting here for the party. And if you want to draw more streamers, you can, or whatever you would like to make it look like a party for you, or for your giraffe rather. Doesn't have to be anything very detailed. I just want to make it look nice. And then, so this is good enough for me. I also want to do something before I cut out my giraffe. So I'm going to kind of cut around my giraffe. So I'm going to color the paper around him or her to make sure she's all ready to be cut out. So I think I'm going to take a blue marker and sort of go around my giraffe, making like a shape of where I'm going to cut out my giraffe. So when I cut her out, there won't be any white paper, which is kind of the way I like it when I'm doing art projects, to avoid having any white paper left uncolored. So I'm being careful to not cross over anywhere onto my giraffe. I don't want to cover up any pretty details. Okay, I've got that, and then I'm going to go in her earrings and color that part in. Maybe right here. I want to make it so it's really nice and easy to cut out my giraffe. So, sort of surrounding her with color, so I can avoid leaving that white space. So here we go. Here we have this giraffe, and give me a second and I will cut her out. I cut out my giraffe, and I didn't really have to cut out very closely to the actual giraffe and worry about cutting anything off, because I surrounded it with this blue outline. So now my giraffe look all nice with her blue outline, and she's ready to go to her party, which is on this little background sheet. So we can go out and go ahead and glue her on. So, got my big glue stick. And I got that glue nice and on there. And then I'm gonna line up my giraffe right with the bottom of my paper. And glue her on. Now with this, my giraffe is still pretty small, so if I want, I can cut out part of the paper. Around her. And make it sort of like a circular adventure for my giraffe. Well, a circular scene. And I think this creates sort of a wonderlandish effect for my giraffe. You can cut it closer to your giraffe's outline, or you can just cut a circle like it's a dream. I might cut it so it looks a little bit more like a cloud. But with that, you have your giraffe at your party. Remember that with this, you can use whatever materials you need to color it in, and you can decorate your giraffe with a tie or something like that, or you can do the pearls and the earrings like I did. I'm adding some little stars. I'm gonna decorate this a little bit more, make it look nice. And have fun with this project. I had fun. I think my giraffe looks pretty good. I'm kind of surprised about how good it looks. the little technique works really well. So give that a shot. I hope you have fun doing this project, because I did. And I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.